All right, first up on our mobility is a kneeling adductor stretch. So, we're gonna take a half knee position. One leg is gonna be straight, trying to keep that foot, the outside of the foot pressed into the floor. This knee is gonna be bent, and you're simply just gonna rock your hips, press your hips back, and then the straight leg, rotate your hip outward so your feet, your toes face up. You're gonna get a nice stretch in your inner thigh, your adductor here. Then you're gonna come back to center, and then rock that hip back, rotate that other hip out. And that's it. We're gonna do a minute on each side. So let's get in position. I would take your tighter side first, whatever that side that may be. You may not even know, just pick a side. Take my flip-flops off here. I'm ready for the beach. I am ready for the beach. All right, so keep that knee under the hip, just rock back, rotate opposite out. Take your time with it, feel that stretch. The more you rotate that straight leg out, so your toes come up, the more you're going to get into that stretch, the more you're going to get into that adductor. Trying to keep your chest up, good strong posture while you're doing it. Switch sides. All right, guys. It's about 2 minutes each side. Next, transverse bridge. Two things. We're going to start in a tabletop position here. Hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Lift up. Just like an inch or two off the ground. We're going to do a transverse bridge. So we're going to come around. And then when we're here, you're going to alternate. You're going to left leg, right arm, come back down, and then go back to the position you started in. Then you're going to do the other side. Rotate up and around, crab kick, and then back around. We're slipping those breakdancing moves in, guys, so you don't even notice you're starting to learn how to breakdance. Good, really press that hand into the floor, really push those hips up. Cool, cool. All right, next up, warm up. That actually probably got you a little warm. Increase your temperature a little bit. 3 exercises. Your first one is gonna be a slow and controlled, as everything really should be, but really take your time. It's gonna be a reverse snow angel, or a prone snow angel. You guys see me? Yeah. All right, cool. So flatten your belly here. You're gonna start with a Superman, and then you're gonna come all the way down. Try to reach and touch your ankles. Probably not gonna happen, but really engaging your lower back, your glutes, your upper back. Come back around, and then back down to a resting position, and then up. Reach all the way down. Try to shoot your hands to your feet. Come back around, and then relax. Okay? We're gonna do 15. I actually put the reps in the chat for reference if you guys need to check, but 15 of those. Next up, I believe everybody in the room today has one of these little bands or something similar. No? You can just do regular. Do you have any kind of band, Felicia? That's fine, that'll work. So it's going to be a banded knee up. So you're going to step on this. And then this is going to be your pause. So you're going to press down with one foot, one leg, and lift one leg up, trying to get that hip flexor to fire up. Hold for a second. Boom. Back down. Opposite. Press down with that anchored foot. Lift up with the left. Boom. Opposite. Hold for a second. Make sure you feel it in your core and also your hip flexor. Okay, we're doing 15 each. 15 each. And next up, Deadbug. One of my favorite exercises for core engagement and overall primal movement patterns that we lose track of sometimes as we get older. Deadbug. So I'm going to suggest if you have something, you guys are all able and ready, right? You guys can handle something. Hold something in your hand, dumbbell, kettlebell. Make sure you have a good strong grip on that. Make sure your hand's above your shoulder. And now you're going to do opposite, right? So if this is stationary, then my knee is going to be stationary. So left knee, right hand. And I'm going to go opposite. This way. Hold, and then come back to center. Out here, extend, hold, and then back to center. I'm going to try this side just so you guys can get a better visual. Hoping you guys can see my back. Key ingredient is tucking that butt underneath. So you want to flatten that lower back while your knees are up. Okay, that's what's really going to get the core fired up. So if this is stable, my right knee is stable, left arm, right knee, and I'm going out. Naturally, what's going to happen is your body's going to want to arch like this. Your job is to tuck it underneath and really smash that lower back down. Brace down. Okay? Hold, and then back in. We're doing 8 each side. Okay? So 3 rounds. There's no rush. We got 10 minutes to finish it. You got plenty of time. Work through it. Take your time when you need it. Please stay hydrated. It is getting very humid outside. All right, so your 3 exercises. First one, you've done it a bunch of times. An inchworm, right? Neutral stance with your feet. This time we're just gonna open up our stance a little bit. So go exaggerated. So maybe double your shoulder width. Out, okay? Still folding over at the waist, getting that adductor stretch. Walking yourself out. Keeping your legs as wide as they were when you first started. Now you're inching them up this way. And you're walking out. High plank. Okay? So you're just doing inchworm for 40 seconds with an exaggerated stance. Just changing up a little bit how that's going to affect your hips. Next up, your 30 seconds of work is going to be a kettlebell torso swing. Now, this can be a little bit tricky, but I believe in you guys. Right? You're going to take a hinge position. I'll show you this position first, this profile version. So a hinge position, meaning your back is still flat, you're folding over at the waist, right? Now your hips are going to stay neutral, but your upper body is just going to swing left and right while you're in this position, right? So if you can dance just a little bit, Ken, I know you got it in you, bro. If you can dance just a little bit, it's just really this, right? So the front view is here, hinge position. Okay, so when that weight's coming this side, you're straightening this leg, and then vice versa. But make sure you keep your hips square, okay? You guys have all lighter kettlebells, so that'll be good. Make sure it's a lighter weight. That's gonna be 30 seconds of work, and then 30 seconds of rest. And then your last exercise, your compound movement for today, is gonna be a Romanian deadlift. You guys have all done that a bunch of times, I know it. So, back into that hinge position, folding over at your waist, hamstrings are loaded up, and now you're standing back up, squeezing the glutes at the top, making sure your shoulders stay back, good strong posture. That's going to be your 20 seconds of work. So you can use a kettlebell or a dumbbell or 2 dumbbells with those for the deadlift. Take a quick sip of water, take a deep breath. Go to work. Third beep, let's go to work. Go to work. I am not your toy, I'm not your plaything. All right, so you guys know the deal, finisher. We're gonna go evens because we're using one dumbbell and you have to do both sides. So we're gonna split it up. Let me explain. So instead of 21, 17, we're gonna do 22, 18, 14. Just add one because you're doing two sides. First exercise, the dumbbell snatch. So you're gonna bring that dumbbell from here above your head. Okay? So the goal is to use that deadlift position. So you're hinged here, you're gonna pop your hips, and you're gonna pull that dumbbell up close to your body, and then shoot it up to the ceiling. But you wanna keep it close, here. Okay, and you wanna use your legs, because you have most power, obviously, from your legs. So press into the floor. And bring that dumbbell above your head. Okay, so we're gonna change the reps a little bit because you're doing two sides. So I'll change it in the group. It's 22, 18, 14, 10, and 6. Cool?
I got a question.
Yeah.
What if we don't have the ceiling height to do that?
Kneel down. You still have enough room to use use your hips. You're just taking your ankles and feet out of it. So your hips are back, and then up. Okay? Cool. All right, next up is a V-up. Flat on your back, big exhale up. Ooh, reach and touch your toes, back down. Okay? Easy breezy. Not really gonna be easy, but you know that it's easy exercise. Next up is your wall sit. That's gonna be your exercise as a bonus if you're feeling froggy. Okay? Do you remember what we just did with the Deadbug earlier? About tucking your butt underneath and flattening your lower back on the floor. It's no different than a wall sit. Okay, think about it. My knees are still 90 degrees, or my hips, ankles, knees are 90 degrees, and then I want to tuck that underneath, flatten that lower back. Okay, doing a 30-second hold after each round if you're up for it. If not, just do those two exercises, rip right through it, and that's going to be your finisher. All right, are we ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, and go to work.